So I saw this on Twitter. Jeremy and Joe were talking about it, and they said, what is worse? The 13 seconds collapse against Kansas City or the 13 seasons of missing the playoffs as a Sabres fan? And I think it's 13 seconds.
It's absolutely
you're right there, right? You're right
seconds.
there. You played the greatest game of all time. No goal in 99 is the closest thing to 13 seconds.
I can live with 13 seasons of mediocrity. I've done it for 17 seasons before. So we got 4 more before we even tap into where we were at before. So yeah, no, by far 13 seconds. I mean, put it this way, if you want to debate which one is worse. Okay, so imagine that the Sabres missed the playoffs for 4 more years. Then they get the second coming of Dominik Hasek, and they're really, really good. And they make it to the Stanley Cup semifinals, and they're playing against the Hurricanes again. Let's just say the Hurricanes. And then somebody scores with their foot in the crease, and then the goal counts, right? That's
still not as bad as 13 seconds.
That's the level that you'd have to get to even compare it to 13 seconds for me. I don't know. What do you think, Pat?
The only comparison with the Sabres is the Brett Hall goal in 99.
You got to think of it, though, this way. And, like, this is me being an eternal optimist. I mean, I don't think they'll ever. That's probably the best Bills team we'll ever see. If Emmanuel Sanders is your number 3, if Emmanuel Sanders is your number 3, I don't know, Brando. We were at the Snow game. We were at the Pats game. That's probably the. What I'm saying is we'll win it with the worst team. Don't get me wrong, dude. We'll have a burger of a roster and win one. Like I have no doubt it'll happen. But it's just like, you know, there's something to be said about, like, you don't want to watch, you're watching these games late in the season, and it's like, you're like, oh, why am I watching this? But it's like, even if you sneak in as a wild card team, or, you know, I mean, we don't really know. We won the division a couple times in a row here, so it's hard to think like that. But, like, you have that pipe dream, you know, for people. You have that pipe dream. Even if you, I mean, obviously I don't want to say, like, I'm not comparing Josh Allen to Andy Dalton in the slightest. But, like, there's something to be said about even Andy Dalton making the playoffs, what was it, 5-6 times in a row, losing every single time. But, like,
I think it was 7. I think it was 7
times.
Yeah, I think it was 7.
Like, at the end of week 16 or week 17, you're just sitting there, and there's no bigger endorphin rush than, like, holy shit, I'm in the dance. We might, you know, like, I mean, I'm just a dad talking in a closet, but, like, you know, like, I'm just saying, I don't know.
No, I'm just saying, you're telling me there's a chance, right? There's a way to do it. I don't know. It's sad. I hope we see better teams.